Good morning, good morning. What's good, everybody? I hope you're well. It's your boy, Mark, an MUFC fan, guys, and you know what it is. It's the morning update. Doing it a slightly different way this morning. I'm going to mix it with the match preview, and then I'm going to give you guys the transfer news. What are your thoughts in the comments? Let me know on your thinking. I'm trying a little new format to keep things, interesting and keep it extremely informative for a period of a stream. Big up to you guys coming in. I hope you're all having a great morning. And let's get into the show, guys. There's lots of news on offer. Let's start with what's happening with with different issues. Let's go into the manager first. Let's talk about some of the prospective signings, and then let's finish strongly with the match preview, guys. Big up to all you guys coming in. It's your boy Mark, an MUFC fan, and you know what it is. Smash those likes and subscribe, guys. Big up, big up, big up. Let's go. Let's start with this, guys. And it's some news coming in. I know it sounds pretty much like the same old, guys, but you know what? There's some updates, and we have to be patient. We have to keep it on the top because you know what? It could happen at any moment, guys. Big up to you all coming in. Manchester United expect new bid for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and that's the information coming in this morning. Let's get into the article. Manchester United are expecting another bid for Aaron Wan-Bissaka from West Ham United. The Englishman who played 30 times for United last season has been heavily linked with them with a move from Old Trafford this summer. Despite playing 190 games for the club, he has failed to nail down a place in the starting lineup under Erik ten Hag, as United have been linked with numerous right-backs such as Jerome Frimpong and Denzel Dumfries since the former Ajax coach became the manager. After signing Joshua Zirkzee and Leny Yoro, Ten Hag's team need to sell to buy, and one more player they're keen to get to shift is Wan-Bissaka. Bayern Munich's Noussair Mazraoui's in is the prime target to replace the 26-year-old at the Red Devils launched a double bid for the Moroccan and Matthias de Ligt last night. Guys, the negotiations are ongoing for the duo. Hot off the press in Germany this morning is that all likelihood is Aaron Wan-Bissaka will be leaving today. And based on that information, it means we will be getting in a double deal with an improved offer from Bayern Munich. Let's see how it goes, guys. There's lots of time. You know what I mean? There's 4 weeks left in the transfer window. Let's see if we could get these deals done. I know some of you are panicking, but at the same time, guys, let's not stress too much because you know what? At the end of the day, we are going to get our job done. We are going to get the players that we are looking for, and we're Manchester United. And I mean, I know I am also a little bit frustrated with the fact that there has not been any progress so far. But you know, guys, it's sometimes that's just how it is, right? Let's move right along, guys. Let's talk about this new information coming out. Federico Chiesa, we have said to be in talks with his agent over a possible signing. As you know, Juventus wants to move him on. It's going to be a deal that we can do for almost little to no cost. It's going to be interesting to see if we get this deal over the line, guys. And from my perspective, I think it's something very possible. You know, the manager has been speaking about it's not good enough in terms of the preparation we have made so far. We have got 2 signings in the window earlier, but then we've also faced 4 injury situations. You know, Anthony's out. Marcus Rashford is probably a doubt. And as well as we done already got confirmations, Hojlund is out for 6 weeks and Leny Yoro is out for 3 months. So it's taken us into somewhere into October to expect our squad to be back to full strength. And right now we need to bolster. And Federico Chiesa is unwanted by Juventus, which might be a red flag, guys. But we have seen his performances, and some of us would think he's a decent enough player. He would definitely come in, and maybe it might be the right fit for him. What are your thoughts in the comments on this? Manchester United being linked to Federico Chiesa. And guys, please don't forget, come in, smash a like, drop your comments in. Let's hear what you have to say because you know what, guys? It's going to be very interesting and it also helps the channel grow. Big up to you guys coming in. Let's keep it moving. And there's another report coming in. I know we have been linked to this player early on in the window, guys, but right now it seems like Manchester United is willing to step up their race in the battle. Everton are going in for a bid. Manchester United are heard to be waiting for Everton to make a bid for the club to agree, then to going with their offer slightly above. It's going to be another hijack situation. Let's see how this deal progresses. And we already spoke about Richard Rios, guys. The problem is we were intent on making a bid for £17 million, but Palmeiras were trying to cite their release clause, guys. Big up for that. And it's one of those things, it's disturbing. It was disturbing how they tried to do us dirty like that. The disrespect they were trying to show to Manchester United in order not to do what was said. Big up for that. And let's see how this progresses, guys, because we are looking for midfield options. There's possibility that we'll be bringing in 2 or 3 midfielders this summer if we can also shift Christian Eriksen on and McTominay, who are both set to receive bids. McTominay has been the subject of somewhat of a transfer battle among 3 clubs at the moment, with Galatasaray as well as Spurs and Fulham interested in the player. Let's see how that progresses. Let's come to another bit of information now. Interesting news coming in. Manchester United target Real Madrid defender Joan Martinez. And this youngster has been likened to the likes of, which is weird, but he's likened to, Fernando Torres, to this defender, some of the best defenders in the Spanish league at the moment. And let's see what he's going to do. He has a rapid rise playing in the UEFA Youth League last season. He was one of their top players. He even got a chance to play for the senior team in a preseason match against AC Milan. And it's interesting. This youngster has been very, very good. He's been likened to Sergio Ramos. And you know what? It's a very interesting prospect. United have been going for young players. You've seen we've gotten in Samuel Lasale, the youngster from Crystal Palace. We've also gotten Joaquim Mexes as well. We've also gotten this youngster Chido Obi Martin. So United are going for the youth guys. Let's see if we make it a fourth with this youngster coming in from Madrid, set to join Manchester United. It's going to be interesting, guys. I wanted to also touch on this issue before I go into the match preview. Andreas Pereira has been speaking out to the press since leaving Manchester United, and it has been said that the player is not disappointed by leaving Manchester United. As a matter of fact, he is glad that he left Manchester United. I think it was the best thing for his career, and we might all agree with him because he was not really doing that much and proving himself in the Manchester United kit. So it was bad performances, and he was very good during preseason, decent in the first couple games of the season, but then his form always dropped off. He moved his way to Fulham, guys, and he has been growing from strength to strength, and power to him. It might be something to say that, the previous regime had a definitely difficult environment going on at Manchester United, which was not fostering for players' potential and ability. Now, moving on in the transfer window, guys, Manchester United women team make their 4th signing of the summer, and it's none other than the young Swedish star Anna Sandberg. And Anna Sandberg has come in, she has completed her medical, and she's officially declared a Manchester United player. The youngster is a very, very good flying wingback. She plays off the right, off the left, very talented, good on the ball, can bring in the crosses, and is definitely an attacking threat when she cuts in. Let's see how this progresses and how this lifts the Man United women's team to greater heights the coming season. Big up for that. And now, guys, the last but not least for the transfer information, Sofia Amrabat is willing to reject this offer received by Fiorentina from Fenerbahce in the hours of yesterday in hopes of his Manchester United return. He's sitting there at preseason in Fiorentina, training in his Manchester United kit, and he's waiting for us to come pick him up. And it's one of those things, when are we going to do this, guys? He has been waiting. There is information coming in that Fiorentina are receiving bids from him. There's set to be interest not only from Fenerbahce, but also from the likes of Galatasaray, as well as possibly one of the promoted Premier League clubs. It's going to be interesting to see how Ineos conducts this deal, if we're going to get this player down the line. But you know what I mean, guys? There's time for that. And Erik ten Hag has been speaking, guys, ahead of ahead of this preseason match against Liverpool, guys. And he has been saying that there's not going to be any major change to the midfield tactics this season, but we're definitely going to be on the attacking front. Big up to you guys. Big up to you. Good morning to you, Niall Kane. Hope you're well. What's good? What's good? Definitely, bro. I'm going to have to bring a Kahoot or a bingo night to the channel. Sachiv, I've been trying to get Sachiv to do the bingo for weeks. He finally did it. I think all you guys last night had a really good time. Big up for that. So let's get into this article about Erik ten Hag and his midfield tactics this season. Manchester United boss claims that there will be no major tweaks in his midfield setup despite the problems last season. The 54-year-old was heavily criticized for his side's chaotic performances last season, and the midfield struggled badly to cope with almost any opposition. However, even against teams like Luton and Newport, the Red Devils gave up numerous chances and failed to exert any control over the middle of the park, as the opposition really and regularly had more possession of the ball. In an interview with ESPN, the former Ajax manager was asked whether he would change this midfield setup in response to the criticism he faced last season. He replied, "No, not in particular. We will always be criticized. We are Man United, and there's no other club that is criticized like Man United. You will always find in one game where you play a bad part, you will find the deficits in our game." Ten Hag once again shifted the blame from his own tactics to injuries for the side's weaknesses. Last season, we hadn't the players available, and there were no patterns, and we fell off. We had to adjust our game model because every week we had to adjust our lineup with different personnel. We had 33 different back fours. And what do you think? That patterns are there? I saw the same things. The blaming of the injuries was a common theme for Ten Hag last year in post-match interviews at the end of the season, frustrating fans heavily as he seemed oblivious of the chaotic open nature of football, the football side that we were playing, where there would be a regular concede over 20 shots per game, which is also not true. We averaged somewhere in the region of 13.7 shots per game last season, and that's a game season average. The Dutchman then defended his players and stated, "But I also know that we proved it not one time, but more than one on a consistent basis. We can play very compact and we are capable when we can build a foundation, be very successful. We look at it and analyze it. We are very capable and we showed that. Not only in the game against City, true, we achieved a very high level, but also in many other games where we achieved high levels and had a good foundation." When technical director Jason Wilcox came in April, he reportedly became involved with the club tactics, and after a 4-0 demolition at the hands of Crystal Palace, the team played with a significantly greater emphasis on possession. They looked a lot more compact as they won their 3 remaining games, including the cup final. Freshening up the coaching team with Ruud van Nistelrooy and Rene Hacker should help Ten Hag tactically, and the impact of the former United striker has already been lauded by players at the club. Moreover, the football in pre-season has already seen a more possession-focused style with high pressing. This is something United fans will be keen to see in action versus Liverpool tonight when the season starts in earnest against Manchester City in the Community Shield in 7 days. And guys, one of the things I would have to say is that I 100% agree with Ten Hag. And the reason why I would say that I 100% agree with Ten Hag, guys, is because last season, we really didn't have the options in the midfield, and some of the profiles were wrong. And when we have that balance, you can see how compact we are. Some people even think we've changed the system largely from what it was last season, when in true and in fact, we have not. What has been happening is that the players who have been coming in have understood their roles and responsibilities last season, and some of the new profiles that come in and feature in certain positions, they actually provide what is necessary. If you look at the team, probably, guys, objectively, it would show you that we're playing the same midfield system, except for the fact, based on the fact that they understand how to execute the system better, we look more compact and better in control to face the opposing teams. Amrabat is going to be in a car outside Old Trafford on deadline day. 100%, I think he's going to be maybe in a trailer parked out there until the last moment of the window as well. Just so he can keep himself rested and fit in case he has to run in and do the medical. You can't do that if you're sitting in a car. Big up to you. What's good? What's good? What's good? Bow, bow, bow. Big up to everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Big up to you, Joe Blackman. What's good? Everyone, don't forget, smash a like, guys. Please, if you can hit that like button early, it definitely helps the channel grow. It suggests the channel to the next possible viewer. Please don't forget to smash that like, guys. It helps us grow immensely, and I greatly appreciate it as we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and we would like to get there by the following weekend. Sofian Odwemenji. Big up to him, bro. But let's get into this. Guys, let me know your thoughts on what Erik ten Hag has been saying. I know I might be in agreement with Erik ten Hag, but you guys might not be. I'm big up for that. The information would be amazing. You could tell me your thoughts as well. Let's get into this match preview and let's see what we have on offer as we gear up to face Liverpool at 1 a.m. in the morning. It's going to be It's going to be, I believe, 12:30 UK time, 1:30 Central European time, and it's going to kick off. Manchester United take on their biggest rivals, Liverpool, tonight in what is likely to be the more intense preseason friendlies so far. With the Community Shield looming, this will be Erik ten Hag's final opportunity to watch his players in action before stepping out at Wembley against Manchester City. The Red Devils downed Real Betis earlier this week to make it 2 wins from 4 in a summer which has been marred by injuries in a rather typical fashion over the recent seasons. Liverpool has also gotten the better of Betis before overcoming Arsenal in a bright start to Arne Slot's debut preseason in the dugout. They still have over a fortnight to prepare for their season getting underway and have not made a signing. The new manager is ensuring he gets the grips to what the squad before making any drastic changes. Excuse me. And then kickoff on time, like I said, guys, 12:30 BST, 1:30 CET, guys. So you guys are going to enjoy a nice game tonight. It's going to be Liverpool. Watch Salah with his fresh haircut. You know what I mean? We're going to be taking them on, and it's going to be Diallo versus Salah. It's going to be Collier versus whoever that midfielder is there, because you know what? All players are better. Big up. Where to watch Man United versus Liverpool, guys? Well, you can clearly watch it on LFC TV or MUTV if you have the links. If not, there's still going to be some live streams. Hopefully, one of the guys will drop some of the links in the comments for you guys when you join us later on for the watch along. But let's get into the team news. As you know, Leny Yoro and Rasmus are ruled out for 3 months and 6 weeks, respectively. Another injuries that we have faced is Marcus Rashford and Anthony, who were forced off against Real Betis, so they are doubts for the game. The Red Devils will welcome back their Euro 2024 and Copa America stars after this game, so Harriet Amas could continue to be at left back, and that's going to be interesting. Ten Hag has confirmed the club won't be taking any risks on Rashford, and he will not be featuring tonight, after being forced off in the following game. You know what I mean? For Liverpool, Curtis Jones overcame a knock to start the win versus Arsenal. After a 4-2-2 formation was deployed against Real Betis, Slot returned to a more orthodox 4-3-3 last time out, with Mohamed Salah in his usual spot on the right wing. Like United, they remain without several international stars. This should be a fun test for both defenses, with a little bit more pressure on United, given this is their final friendly. A 2-2 draw is what lots are saying, and the head-to-head history results are looking grievous. Man United with 91 wins overall, Liverpool with 81, and there are 70 draws in between the teams. We still lead the win ratio, guys, so let's see if we can add to that and make it 92 wins over Liverpool, and that's going to be very interesting. Guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. What are you thinking about this game versus Liverpool? Let's get into this and let's discuss. Let me hear what you're thinking. Big up to you, Okasoon. Have a sip of your coffee too, bro. Yeah, sure, if you want some, man. No problem here. Big up. You know what I mean? Big up to you guys coming in. Just win 7-0 so we can get rid of the 7-up situation. I think that might be interesting. Maybe we can score 8 and change it to crazy 8s. Smash them. Big up to you guys. Even Perot coming in. Big up to you, Stephen Amas. Hope you're well this morning, guys. Just to give you a light recap of what was said, Wan-Bissaka is expected to confirm his movements today. There's some expectation that West Ham will increase their bid to meet Man United in the middle, somewhere in the region of £13.5 million, with a possible 2 to 3 million in add-ons. There's also some reports coming in that we should be receiving another bid today for Scotty McTominay, which should be accepted by Manchester United. There's going to be some movements going on. What? Yeah, Maggie and Lindelof at the back tonight. It's going to be one of those long evenings, guys. It's going to be a tough one. But hopefully we can do a good job and, you know what I mean, still, get the better of Liverpool, who are without some of their Copa America stars. They don't have Darwin Punez. They don't even have Jota back yet. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Definitely, Joe, it's going to be a oh no moment because we're playing with the two, the Dumb and Dumber duo, but at the same time, Maguire had a decent game last time out. It's Lindelof I'm pretty much worried about. But as you know, guys, we're expecting a bid from Fenerbahce, so let's see how that goes. Hopefully, Wan-Bissaka does not play tonight. That will signal that his move to West Ham is all but secured. At the same time, we might be also without Scott McTominay, who might be securing a move to Fulham. Let's see how it goes. There's going to be an interesting starting lineup coming out today, and I'm looking forward to the game, regardless of what it is. It's Manchester United, and we should be putting on a decent performance. Yeah, bro. But you know what? I think they're also without Gakpo, who's now returning to the team for training. So I don't think he traveled with them. So that's one of the things that might also be interesting, that they're without some of their top stars as well. You know what I mean? So let's see how it goes, guys. And for the ones in the back, I didn't have a really decent picture early on of the Manchester United defender that we are interested in. But you know what's funny, guys? He looks quite a lot like Alvaro Fernandes. It's like he's an Alvaro Fernandes twin. Like we sold Alvaro to get his twin brother. It's really interesting, guys. Check this out. Look at this guy. He's wearing the orange kit, right? So check him out in the orange kit. Can you see him, bro? Let me make it bigger for you guys. He's wearing the orange kit. Does not remind you of Alvaro Fernandes, guys? This youngster looks like Alvaro's twin. That's so crazy, guys. So crazy. But big up to him. Manchester United interested in bringing him in. So let's see if they could get the job done. We have been poaching some of the youth from various teams this summer. And let's see how it goes. Once Maguire and Lingard are gone, your channel will start to grow. Hopefully, bro. If the Lindelof goes, it will be a nice situation. Big up for that. You know what I mean? Good morning, guys from the UK. Hope you're well. Big up to you, Casemiro. Hope you're well as well. Just going through the match preview, guys. And as you know, I'm going to give you the final update on what's happening with the transfer window before I go. This was just a short one just to give you a little bit of an insight on what's happening, right? So like I said to you, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the bid is expected to be incoming. We have been reported to be in talks with the agent of Federico Chiesa since Juventus wants to get rid of the player. It might be interesting to see if we go in and get him. As I just showed you guys there just now was the young Real Madrid sensation, Johan Martinez, who we are said to be interested in. To me, he looks like a doppelganger of Fernando Caicedo, Alvaro Fernandes. So it's going to be interesting if we pick him up. There has also been reports that Scott McTominay's bid from Fulham could be coming in, with another bid coming in from Spurs as they get ready to duel it out for the signature of the young Scotsman. Sofyan Amrabat is currently waiting on Manchester United. He has refused Fenerbahce and is in training in his Manchester United shorts right now as you speak, getting his preseason fitness done. There's some more interesting reports coming out about the likes of other players we're interested in. They're set to go back in for another battle, possibly even with Everton, who are also interested in Richard Rios. And we're talking about the young Colombian defensive midfielder, box-to-box 8 hybrid, who we were linked with early on in the last 2 weeks, but we didn't go back in because they were said that Palmeiras would be expecting their release clause and would not be accepting our £17.5 million bid. There's also reports coming in. Manchester United has launched a double bid of £50 million for both Matthijs de Ligt as well as Mazraoui. And that bid, earlier on yesterday was set to be refused, but we have been in talks with them continuing this bid. And hopefully we get this done this weekend. It's going to be very interesting. Also, Manchester United has welcomed back their quartet from the Euros as well as the Copa America. Lisandro Martinez and Garnacho are both back. Bruno Fernandes and Diogo Dalot also return, along with Altay Bayindir. There's going to be some interesting updates to come as the team is bolstering by the return of these players, as well as possibly the exits of some and the incomings of new players. The Manuel Ugarte deals is said to be progressing smoothly. There should be major updates in the next 48 hours. As you know, PSG has acquiesced to a loan with an option to buy, and Man United are set to trigger this option in the coming hours. There's also going to be some heavy links coming in with also the young defensive midfielder coming in from, I believe it's PSV, and we're talking about Veerman. We are said to be linked to be interested to bring in multiple midfielders this summer, so it's not just going to be Manuel Ugarte who's coming in. We could possibly see in the likes of Veerman or possibly even a Zubamendi or a Richard Rios. Stay tuned for more information. Tyrell Malacia is set to return sometime around October to start getting himself back into full team and match training with the first team. It's going to be interesting to see how this happens, guys. There's also some news coming in that Manchester United are looking at getting Adrian Rabiot as we are in contract talks with the player. So there might be a lot of incomings in the next couple of days, guys. Don't be shocked if you hear, a couple here we goes back to back. It's going to be really, really interesting because at the end of the day, we're trying to get all the players in to bolster our squad as we are currently facing something of an injury crisis at the beginning of the window when we did not expect this. Big up to you, Okasun Sheriff. I think the United boys can match the Liverpool boys tonight. I'm expecting it to be a cracker. 100%. Joe Blackman, how he suddenly got born on. Joe Blackman is a cool guy, bro. Check him out. He's really funny, man. He's from the Reckless Delegation. A very good person as well. One of my friends. Big up to you, Irfan Kadali. Yes, Ugarte deal is set to be progressing smoothly. United are in the final stages of agreeing a loan with a buy option. Let's see when that deal is announced. It should be announced in the coming hours, guys. There's going to be some interesting developments over the course of this weekend. And as you know, Sunday is not just a Sunday. We could get Here We Go on a Sunday. We've got it with Joshua Zirkzee, and it may not be any different with the likes of these players coming in. The possibilities are endless, guys. Big up to you. Thank you so much for your time, bro. Thank you so much for your comments as well. You know what I mean? Big up, big up. Oh, bro. How's it taking weeks to find out Bayern's asking price? To be honest, guys, sometimes I feel like it's more of, there's been some agreements made, and the press is just, drip feeding us the information because it's probably almost in the final stages. Now, Manchester United has been in the situation where we have to sell to buy. So that's the interesting situation. Or maybe this is what they want the public to believe, or they want all the other clubs to believe, that we have to sell to buy. I can't guarantee that. But from what I know, in my honest opinion, I would say, in my personal opinion, I think United has used this as a ploy to get the best possible deals for players that they want to get in this summer. Because at the end of the day, we've been taking the piss out of for a long, long time when it comes to a lot of other players we have been dealing with over the last couple of seasons. You have seen it yourselves, guys. We could have got Anthony for 35, maybe even 45 million pounds if we have got him early in the window back in 2022. But yet, John Murto and these guys waited until the end in order to get this player, and they spent 90 million pounds. It totally put that player in a hole. Now, most of the fan base, they hate him because of the price. He's not being given the time. He's had a bad season last season. I'm going to be real about that. But you know what? He's not been absolutely terrible if you think about what he's experienced last season. And it's not really his fault that we spent 95 million pounds on the guy. And it's not his fault that the idiots gave him 200K a week. You know what I mean? Like, if I got that offer, I was taking it the same way. But at the same time, it's not his fault that he got the offer. If they messed up and they wanted to do a deal, and come on, man. Now we have a better structure in place who are trying to make things right, and they are not going to get everything done perfectly this summer, guys. The realistic thing is that they're not going to get the best prices for every single player we sell this summer. We're going to have to take losses, but the major positive in everything about how they're operating is that we're operating and doing deals on our terms. And the most important thing about that is that we are doing it because we deem that we can financially take on these burdens in this way. And this is how we're doing it. And it might slow down the transfers, guys. So I know that's going to be really frustrating for everyone, But at the same time, as long as United can do more business in the window and get all the targets that they went in for, then I'm going to be happy, guys. I'm going to be honest. We need this. We need the squad to be rebuilt in an aggressive manner. So it's going to be interesting. Big up to you guys. Thank you so much. I have no choice because you know what, guys? I got to come and bring you guys the news. Plus, it's also really fun to wake up and, say hello to you guys in the morning, have a little bit of a chat, hear what you guys are saying. Sometimes you guys are cracking some really amazing jokes as well in the comments. So big up to you, as well as United is a red. Big up to you, bro. Why are we always preseason in USA and not in South America, Africa, and Asia? Well, we used to go to Asia. We've been to Asia before a few times. Like in 2022, I believe we went to Asia and Australia or something like that. I think we had played played a game in Asia, and then we went across to Australia and we played a few games there. But maybe it's going to be shifting again. I think a lot of this is geared towards the fact that the USA is hosting the World Cup in 2026. So they're trying to create awareness by bringing all these top teams into the US, to kind of promote it so that, the World Cup would be well and truly, represented in such a fashion. You know what I mean? So it might be because of that. Yeah, Darko, it could also be because of what you're saying there as well, that, no money on the continents like South America. Again, you know what I mean? There's really difficult, bro. The Lit for 55 and Mazraoui for 17, both combined 73 million. Actually, that's not how it's going to be. United is a red. It's actually, we're trying to bid a total of 50 million pounds for De Ligt and, you know what I mean? But currently we have bid 47 million pounds and they rejected the bid. They're wanting something closer to somewhere in the region of 55 million pounds, but we're going to try to meet in the middle at 50. So let's see how that goes. It's not going to be 55 plus 17. It's going to be 55 million pounds in total for both players, right? But we're trying to negotiate to 50 million. So that's the issue right now. Yeah, the money is earned in these places. This is why we got to go there. You know what I mean? And also, I don't dispute that. Like, I would love them to go to the Caribbean and do a Caribbean tour. The weather would be amazing. It would be perfect weather to play football, you know what I mean? And the players would be enjoying a really nice vibe with nice views as well, blue seas, you know what I mean? Clear skies. You can't get it better than that sometimes, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't think we have stadiums the size, sizable enough in the Caribbean for these teams to play in. They're pretty small. Like the largest stadiums is about 40K, and that's tiny in terms of the average size of stadiums in Europe, you know what I mean, and the USA. So maybe that's why. Maybe we'll have to build some bigger stadiums in the Caribbean to expect these players to come and play. You know what I mean? It's just not there yet for us. Big up. Yeah, it might be something like 50 million plus add-ons for both of the players coming in, guys. So the new yeah, bro, this new structure is fighting negotiation to save a couple millions. 100% Darkro. And to be fair, I don't mind that because we've been not been frugal enough in the transfer market. We've been spendthrifts. We've thrown money at every single deal that we've ever done in the last decade under Murtaugh and Woodward and these guys because they didn't have the capacity, you know what I mean, to negotiate a better deal. All they would think like, yo, let's just pay money. Let's just offer them big money. This is why we stuck with a lot of players who are on extremely high wages and not performing to match those wages. You know what I mean? Because they gave them comfortable money and they didn't expect or keep them at the high standard or expected them to perform at a high standard with the salaries. Now the new contracts we're giving out has a lot of performance related bonuses, so it makes the players who are coming in now know that they have to work hard to earn their keep. And at the same time, if they work hard and they play really well, they could get a bump up in bonuses. You know what I mean? So this is what you want from a team. Well, Mamadou Ugarte, as you know, PSG have acquiesced to accepting a loan for the player, and not even just a loan. It could be optional or it could be a obligation to buy. So Manchester United are triggering the loan right now. That they're in negotiations whether it's going to be an obligation or an option, because either way we're going to have to pay for the player next summer. Let's see how we go. This is why I've been thinking to myself, maybe we trigger the option, pay them 10 million and then we go in and we bring in Veerman or we bring in Richard Rios or one of the defensive midfielder, maybe a Zubamendi, right? And then next season we pay for Ugarte if he performs at the high level that we expect from him. I think we're trying to bolster the squad. From my perspective, I would think we're trying to bring in at least 2 to 3 midfielders this summer, as well as 2 more centre backs, not just the lit. I've been hearing some rumors about another young defender who's coming out of he played in the championship. He was bought by Ineos for Luzern in Sweden, and then he was moved from there to another one of their teams where he's playing in the Belgian league currently. I think his name is Avery Brown, and he's a decent defender. He's not one of the high profile signings, but I think he's capable of playing the way we want to play going forward. You know what I mean? Yeah, no more. None of the players are joining the preseason tour, guys. This is the last game that's coming on tonight. So all the players who came back from preseason, all of the players who already signed, they're heading back to Carrington after the game this morning, guys. So back to Carrington. Hopefully, Carrington will see 4 new signings on Monday, which is what I am expecting because there are reports that Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Scott McTominay will be becoming West Ham and Fulham players respectively. So with that said, we should be getting in 4 to 5. We should be getting 4 to 5 signings immediately. And when I say that, we should be getting the likes of Dalot and Mazraoui double deal, Ugarte, as well as possibly another midfielder coming in at the same time. Because we are also in talks with Adrian Rabiot, who's set to be on a free. So it's going to be interesting to see how these deals get done. This has just been, all the information I have right now. I'm really frustrated with all the delays. But I keep hearing that a lot of these players are set to become Manchester United players. It's just a matter of when and not a matter of if. So that's the interesting part, guys. Around Germany, there are lots of talks about the 2 players coming from Bayern Munich. They're already gone. That's how they're being regarded as gone to Manchester United. But, there's no confirmation yet. So I'm kind of frustrated by that. But I'm hearing contrasting news here in Germany about a lot of players. I'm hearing us linked with a young striker from Hoffenheim by the name of Maximilian Bayer, and we're set to rival Liverpool and Spurs for his signature. Let's see if we do that, because I know it's probably going to be something like a £20 million buy to get this player to the club. But what I can tell you is that I've been hearing that he's a huge Manchester United fan. You know what I mean? And living in Germany, it's kind of interesting being a United fan. You can walk about almost anywhere except in Schalke and Eintracht and Frankfurt with your kit on. So just a little bit of news for you guys on that. You can even walk through Bayern with your Man United kit, but not Schalke and definitely not in Frankfurt, guys. So just remember that safety tip. Big up to you. Yeah, that would be a good deal, 50 to 55. I'm expecting one of those deals to be done. It's going to be very interesting to see how it goes, and I'm looking forward to us getting these deals done on Monday. At this moment, I will be happy if we pay Dalot 55 because of Yoro injured 3 months. Yeah, we have to get these players in. And the plan was always to bring in 2 centre-backs, guys. I have to let you know that. And when we sold Willy Kwambala, it meant that we had to bring in a 3rd. So there's always the plan to bring in multiple centre-backs this summer. And from what I'm understanding, we always had a plan to bring in multiple midfielders. So we might be being kept in the dark in some of what they're doing, or they might be being a little bit more pragmatic or optimistic, or how to put it, diminishing expectation with the initial gauge of what players they were bringing in the club. But I think we're going to see something in the region of 3 or 4 players to leave, and maybe see about 5 or 6 players come in before the window is ended. You know what I mean? Let's get it 100%. Manchester used to come to South Africa 3 or 4 times already. Yeah, I mean, I would like to see them do these things more, because you know what, it helps, all around. But right now, I think it's about the promotion for the World Cup. That's why they keep going to the USA, because it's a tri-nation tournament. They're expanding the tournament for the first time. 48 teams will be playing in the World Cup. Every single conference has received an expansion, with additional teams being allowed to participate and qualify. So, it's going to be a big one, guys. So they want to make it a success. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Smith Rowe is much younger than McTominay as well, and I think he's a better player in terms of footballing ability. He might not have had the output of McTominay, but I think when he gets fit and gets the game time, I think he will quickly change that around in a heartbeat. I think he's better. He's actually better than Odegaard, but I think they've just been used to Odegaard, in my honest opinion. I think they're going to regret selling Smith Rowe, to be honest. Yeah, we good. I think you should be getting some news about Gonzalo Ignacio, guys. I've been reporting about him once a week, every week, because I know we are in talks with his agent. The talk is all around Germany that we are interested in Gonzalo Ignacio. But also some talks about, possibly George Mendes working on a cut price, and I'm talking about a 50% deal to get Antonio Silva. Now, I can't guarantee that it will happen, but there's a lot of talk in Germany that he wants to get Antonio away from Benfica, and he could be using his leverage as a super agent to make them sell the player for half the price of the intended, release clause, which was 90 million euros. Big up. If Man United did a Caribbean tour, Joe, it would be a madness, bro. I'm telling you, bro, if you could get one of, Ignacio coming in as well, that's going to be perfect backup for Lisandro. He's a little bit taller, has a similar style of play to Lisandro, left-footed as well, very good on the ball, and he's a deep-lying playmaker as well. It's going to be interesting. Arsenal will only win the PL if they go Nigeria preseason. Maybe. Who knows? Big up to you, Rich. What's good, broski? Big up to everyone joining. You know what I mean? And if you hadn't seen, the little transfer updates that I gave, you could check it back from the beginning, guys. I got to go. I got a little bit of stuff to do this morning, but I will be back at midday if there's any updates or breaking news, which I expect there to be, because Wan-Bissaka and Scott McTominay are expected to leave the club in the next 24 hours. So let's see how that goes. And I'm looking forward to see what the starting lineup is, because if we don't get any news today about it and they're not in the starting lineup tonight, then it's going to be more than clear to know that they are on their way out. Guys, big up to all of you coming in. Yes, we would be definitely set in defense if we got Dalot as well as Gonzalo Ignacio. Because could you imagine Leny Yoro partnering Lisandro and Dalot partnering Gonzalo? Woo! That's almost as good as the partnerships that Arsenal have in their defense currently, getting Calafiori in, already having Saliba and Gabriel. Damn, Arsenal has a deep defense, bro. Not to mention they have Julian Timber playing centre-back at the current moment. Guys, don't forget, please drop a like on your way out. It helps the channel grow, and we really appreciate it, guys. On the road to 1K, please, guys, smash those likes and share the channel around and help me get to 1K before the Community Shield. Big up to all of you legends coming in. Big up to you, Joe Blackman. Big up to you, RD United TV. Big up to Manu Tata. United is a red. Big up to you, Casemiro. I hope you have a great day. The South African Explorer, my bro. I hope you have a great one as well. Big up to you, Oka soon. Next time I'll probably make you a coffee as well, my brother. Don't worry about that. Hope you have a good day, Darkro. Yeah, come back later and let me know how you're feeling, guys. Join me for the midday update today, guys, as well as don't forget we'll be streaming live on this channel for the watch along as Manchester United take on Liverpool later on at 1 a.m. in the morning. From those of you in the CE Central European time, it's going to be 1:15 in the morning when we go live. For those of you in the UK, we're going to be going live at 12. Big up to you guys. Matata United, hope you are well. Big up to you. Catch you guys later, and I hope you guys have a great day. Big up to everyone who came in and joined the stream. Big up to you, Niall Kane. And for those of you I don't see in the comments, big up to you as well, and thank you for taking the time out to watch me and participate, guys, in the way you have been. Hope you guys are well. Catch you later. It's been your boy, Mark and MUFC fan, with the match preview and daily update, transfer news, Manchester United news, and a little bit of my views with yours. Oh.